Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am making a super cute card today and announcing something fun. We are using all kinds of different products. This is from Picket Fence Studio, the mask, the sequins. I'm using Copic markers for my coloring. I've got a stamp set from Your Next Stamp, and I'm using Concord and Ninth ink. Now, before anybody freaks out, yes, I'm still a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. No, I'm not announcing that I'm leaving. We're going to get into all of that today. But first, let's talk about the card, okay? We're going to use the Misty stamping tool here and my sticky mat. And very quickly, I realize I have to put my black mat under here because I'm using a photopolymer stamp. Now, this sticky mat has been a game changer for me. I absolutely love the sticky mat because I can put small pieces of cardstock in place and stamp on them without having to worry about placement of a magnet. Sometimes my images are too small or my paper is too small to have the magnet there and it's like in the way. So by adding the sticky mat and putting the magnet on the sticky mat, I'm not kidding, it is a game changer. So I highly recommend getting one of these. If you have a Misty stamping tool, get one. If you don't have a Misty stamping tool, get one. So this is the original laser etched, like the new and improved laser etched original Misty. I do have a link below my video for this and for the sticky mat. And that is my big announcement today. I am on the Misty design team. So we're going to get into all of that and explain all of that and how it is that I can be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and do that and all those things, because I know those are the questions that are going to come up. So we're going to get into it. But first, let's talk about this card. So I saw this stamp set from Your Next Stamp, and I'm a huge coffee fan. I just love coffee and I love the flavor of it. In fact, I drink decaf, which most people are like, what, why bother? The truth is I can't drink caffeinated coffee because it gives me heart palpitations, but I love like having a warm cup of coffee in the morning, getting me going, even in the summertime, honestly. I know some people, if it's too hot, they don't like to drink coffee, but I do really enjoy a good cup of coffee in the morning. So this says coffee makes everything better, which I totally agree with. I think is true. When you remove your paper from the sticky mat, all you want to do is just bend your sticky mat and your paper will pop right off. Super easy. And then we're going to do some ink blending and stuff. Now, this video is titled, What If You Don't Have Solid Cardstock? Why is it titled that way? In order to be part of the Misty design team, I had to agree to use all products that were not Stampin' Up! So that was a little difficult for me because all I have is Stampin' Up! Product. So, up until recently, I should say. So I did purchase one Concord and Ninth ink pad because I was curious about the quality of their ink pads and I wanted to see what they were like. I will tell you, I love them. They are nice and soft and squishy and foamy, and they're inked very well. And whenever I'm going to test something out, I purchase it in red or a version of red, because I think that red pigments are the hardest pigments to get right in the world of color. Honestly, like even nail polish, like seriously everything. So I purchased this one Concord and Ninth ink pad to see if it would be something I would be interested in getting, like their line of ink pads. Now, I have shared with you in the past, this video is just going to kind of be like all over the place. So just stay with me, okay? So I've shared with you in the past that one of the reasons I love Stampin' Up! And that I use Stampin' Up! Product and started with them was because, well, first of all, they were what I was introduced to first. Second of all of their product coordinates. So the reason I used their product was because everything coordinated and it made it very easy for me. And I'm a person who can get overwhelmed by having too many options. So for me, sticking inside that Stampin' Up! Bubble felt right for a really long time. As my creativity has grown, I can see myself beginning to now want to branch out in trying other things. That doesn't mean that I'm leaving Stampin' Up. So I'm at this point in my journey, I am simply exploring new products, and that is going to probably include ink from Concord and Ninth because I really like it. I really like their ink colors. I really like their ink pad. And being on a design team this specific design team is going to require me to use only product from other companies. So how do we make a card without any solid cardstock? Well, that's what we're doing today. I want to be able to stretch my supplies as far as possible. And I know that if I have ink, I can do anything. So we started with white cardstock base as our card base. And now we're using Copic markers to color this little cup, and we're going to color the hedgehog. And then I'm going to show you how I can get a matted layer of red cardstock without any red cardstock. And so this has been a super exciting time for me because I'm learning how to use products without having everything, and I almost feel like it takes me back to beginner state. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too. When you just get into card making, what do you really need to have? Truthfully, you need a high quality, good white cardstock. Okay, period, the end. Good quality. So buy it from a card making company. Do not buy cardstock from Walmart. Okay, let's just throw Walmart under the bus. Don't go to Walmart and buy like their thick, heavy cardstock. It's not going to work well for stamping or coloring. So that's my suggestion first and foremost. You've got to have white cardstock. You've got to have a paper trimmer. Okay, you've got to have something that will trim your paper well. You're going to have some sort of ink and some stamp sets. From there, you can make some choices. You could have blending brushes, you could have markers, you know, there's lots of other options as far as getting color to the paper, because just having an ink pad and having a stamp set, there's things you can do, but you're not going to be able to alter your cardstock very much with just stamps and ink. So you're going to have some way to transfer that ink to your cardstock to make that cardstock a different color. Okay. So here we are coloring our hedgehog with E31, and I've talked before about Copic markers, and I'm really relearning how to use them. I've purchased classes from Sandy Allnock in the past, and I plan to go back and rewatch those classes, because the nice thing is once you have purchased classes from her, you have like lifetime access to those classes. So I need to go back and rewatch those and reacquaint myself with all of the rules of the game with Copics, because it does take some effort to learn how to use them, is what I'm going to say. Now, that being said, you could just color solid colors and do no blending, and obviously you don't need to learn anything. You just need colors to color with. But I really love the look of beautifully blended projects, and that's what I want to get better at. Okay. So here I'm just going through with E37, my darkest color. What I did is I went to Pinterest and I Googled hedgehog pictures, and I found that they are like really dark at the base, and then they go lighter as they get further out to their quills, to the ends of their quills. And so that's kind of just what I tried to mimic here. I don't think I did a very good job at it, to be totally honest. I think I could have done better, but I did the best I could with my skill set. And that's what this is all about. This isn't about trying to come out of the woodwork and be this super mega pro. This is about, I'm trying to grow my craft. I'm trying to get better at what I do. And so I was super happy with the end result. Here I'm putting shadows under the cup and around the cup because I have learned from my friend Kelly that anywhere where two objects meet or one object lays on top of another object, you're going to have a shadow, which makes total sense. There's going to be a shadow on top of where this little cup is on this hedgehog. I also decided to go around the edges of him to give him a little bit more definition. And this is where the learning comes in. I really am struggling right now. You don't know this by me coloring, but in my head, I'm struggling to know how to get more definition out of this hedgehog. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to just color him with a bunch more dark color, but I want definition, and I'm really not sure how to do that. And so the struggle comes in with knowing exactly how to do that. And the only way you can learn those things is by experience. That's it. And by taking classes. Okay, so let's move forward to talking about my journey and some of the other things that are happening. So I was given a place on the Misty design team. I will be doing a project with them. I think it's like once a month. And I have posted this project over on their blog. So you can go to My Sweet Petunia to see it. I am now an affiliate with Misty or My Sweet Petunia. And okay, here, really quick, back to the card. We're just going to use our red Copic marker. We're going to go around all the edges of this white cardstock. And now we've got a red matte layer. Isn't that fun? So simple, so easy, and such a great way to stretch your supplies. And this is what I'm talking about. If you're a beginner, you don't have a lot of supplies, these are fantastic opportunities to get really creative. So that's what I did here. Okay, so I am an affiliate now with My Sweet Petunia. And if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're watching this video, I want to put everybody's mind at ease that yes, I did get confirmation from compliance with Stampin' Up! That it is totally okay for me to be a Misty design team member, and it is okay for me to be a Misty affiliate. Stampin' Up! No longer carries a product that is the same as the Misty, and so therefore I can be an affiliate. Just like many people are affiliates of Stampin' Storage, which I am also an affiliate. And let's talk about what an affiliate is for a second, okay? Because there's a little bit of confusion sometimes about that. An affiliate is simply somebody who uses a product, shares about it, and then if you click on the links that they share, that person earns a commission off of you purchasing from that company, okay? So for example, if you decide you want to purchase a Misty or a mini Misty or the sticky mat and you use my link that's in the description of this video, I will earn a small commission off of using that link. And that is how people in the card making industry make their money, because I'm just going to be honest with you. There's not a lot of money to be made in this industry. It's extremely niche. So unless you are an affiliate, it makes it really difficult to earn an income and do this as a full-time job. Now, lots of people just do it as a hobby, totally fine. And yes, I do earn an income from Stampin' Up! As well. So I'm supposed to say a disclaimer here that is unusual and not the norm and all of those things, because that's what Stampin' Up! Requires me to say. So I'm just putting that out there as my disclaimer. You will also notice in the description below the video, there's a disclaimer that lets you know that I use affiliate links, which are to like Amazon. I have affiliate links for Misty now, My Sweet Petunia. And those links pay me out a commission when you purchase through them. Okay. And it's the same for every other crafter that's online. So a question I was being asked quite a bit was like, why am I using a Misty? Why not the Stamparatus? All of these things. And the truth is, I was a Misty owner before I was a Stampin' Up! Stamparatus owner. Right now, there are Stamparatuses on eBay going for like $200. Why? Why, people? Please just buy a Misty. It's way cheaper. And it's a fantastic tool. It was the first tool invented. And I am super proud of the woman who invented it, and that is why I'm supporting this product. I should have been supporting it all along, is the truth. I actually have regrets about that. So anyway, that is why I am now part of the Misty design team. That is why I am now an affiliate with Misty. And yes, it is all on the up and up. It is 100%. It's actually against Stampin' Up laws or rules for me to show you the demonstrator handbook, but it literally says in the demonstrator handbook that you can use other products and that you can be on design teams for other companies. There's no rules against that. Now, the affiliate part is tricky. I am allowed to be an affiliate with My Sweet Petunia because they sell a product that Stampin' Up doesn't sell. That's how I got to be there. So I'm just sharing all of this with you guys so that you completely understand where it's at and what's going on. Truthfully, of course, I don't have to share any of it, but I want you to understand why I'm using other products and what I'm doing. And it's just literally because I want to. I, for over a decade, have been fully dedicated to Stampin' Up, and I have just felt like it's time for me to explore some other things. Now, that being said, I will say I've been a little overwhelmed by it because there are so many products out there, and that's part of the reason I always stayed in the Stampin' Up bubble. But you can also be selective of what else you purchase, right? So I have more big news coming. This is not the end of it, but this was my big announcement today, was to share with you that I am now on the My Sweet Petunia design team, and I am now an affiliate with My Sweet Petunia. So when you use my links, I do get a commission off of that at no extra cost to you, by the way. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use those links. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you have a nasty comment to leave me, you can go ahead, take a deep breath, and move on. You don't need to leave it. It will get deleted. I'm done. Like, I'm over people leaving rude, nasty comments. I will just delete them. They will not be responded to. They will not stay on my YouTube channel. So that is my approach from now on with unappreciated, unsolicited, ugly comments. It's not necessary. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being part of my journey. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.